Good afternoon. I'm Ken Glass. I'm with Dell EMC. I hope today to give you a quick glimpse of augmented and virtual reality. As you know today, there's been VR around for since the 1990s. But in this environment today, as it moves toward commercial environments, you will take a look at it being an $80 billion industry by the year 2025. There are also studies that show, today it's mostly about gaming, but there are studies that show in the future, it will be by the year 2020, you will see industrial and healthcare and life sciences take the largest segment of this vertical, okay? We feel like we're in a time of change. Today, you sit behind a desk and you have a computer, and whether it's on your desk or in your hand. The way we're going to change is you will be immersed in this environment as we go forward, and this will help you with production and performance and give you the opportunity to enrich your environment, okay? And so when you look at these environments, the thing to remember is that the key to understanding commercial VR is how commercial VR can be used in your environment, from your business units to your disciplines, and how the technology that you'll see today will change that. In a tech progression, today we're going to talk about two different environments and talk about all four. One being 360 video that is being used today, virtual reality, augmented reality, and ultimately in the future, mixed reality. Okay, and these environments, today we're going to talk about two, 360 video and interactive VR. And these environments today and how they will help in the following verticals and the initiatives you have around enhancing production, performance, cutting costs, and enhancing services. So if you look at healthcare and life sciences, there are a lot of studies going on today, and in these studies, they're showing how you can take pain management, okay, telemedicine, home rehabilitation, and surgical training to cut costs and enhance services. Then you look at the environment around energy. Obviously, with energy, it's talking about how we're going to, with the exploding population, how we're going to enhance our environments, okay, with better eco-friendly environments. So around simulations, planning the facilities, okay, and talking about training of the new workforce, and using big data analytics. Big data analytics is very well ingestible inside of VR. And it's very important that people start to use it that way, and we are seeing that a big uptake in the energy sector with that, okay? And then you look at, we'll talk about training. This is the most important part of VR today, okay? So when you look at training today, you're looking at first responder, firefighters, policemen, these kind of environments, crowd control. Today, it's hard to get people to understand how they can utilize it, but as this starts to roll out, you will see a different environment, okay? Training is a major player in VR. Then you look at, from a state point of view, you look at retail. Now retail, we're not going to talk about actual retail, we're going to talk about tourism. How do I invite people to my state, corporations, and personnel? So you do that by stitching 360 video together and showing some of your best and brightest environments in your state. Then the next environment we're going to talk about is engineering. Today, there's a big paradigm shift, and people today, there's not going to be buildings being built anymore, okay, or roadways being built anymore, that you don't build it first in VR and go through the VR to make sure it meets your expectations before you sign contracts and start the building process, okay? And as you go through these environments, you'll see things like education, okay? I was just talking to these gentlemen down here, and one of the things that we've seen in education, there are studies out there that show that you retain less than 10% of a lecture. But in VR, in a class, you retain over 70% of that environment. So you're immersed in the environment, and so you'll see the way we change as we go through, okay? One of the new technologies today is augmented reality. So augmented reality is an environment where you'll see a collaborative environment. Unlike VR, you're not immersed. In augmented reality, you can actually see through the glasses, and so you can collaborate with your fellow partners. And then, last but not least, we have an environment at Dell called our Solution Center in 19 countries, okay, our geos, where we allow companies to come in and develop and utilize the newest technologies, okay? And we built a program where we brought the best and brightest content providers with technology to build solutions for all of our verticals, okay, and all of your verticals, the ones I just mentioned, so that you can now utilize this to move forward with this new technology. All right, thank you.